Probably sitting in class somewhere, and in reality you can be sitting here, you know, enjoying with us by the pool. Hello beautiful people, and welcome to my mansion in California. I made enough money in just 2 years to buy this mansion, buy expensive cars, buy a Lamborghini. This is my apprentice Peter. You can ask him. He made $26,000 in e-commerce just last month. Here are all the facts just flashing on your screen right now. If you're interested in how to do it, please sign up for my courses. It's only $5. It's less than Starbucks, and you will just get so much important information, and you'll become as rich as we are. Don't miss out on this opportunity. It's really cheap. It's really cool. You won't regret it, and don't be scared of spending $5 because it's basically nothing. It's me, it's Vitaly. I'm not an e-commerce guy, and the reason why we're doing this in the beginning of our vlog today is because I want you to be cautious of all the scammers. Of course, there are people that are saying that you can make money in e-commerce, which is true, but at the same time, there are people that are just trying to get your money, so please be cautious of that. And on the other hand, those people that are telling you that you can make quick money easy, those are scammers you can know right away. And the reason why we're here actually today is because one of our good friends who's a very successful guy who's been working really hard for most of his life, he invited us over to this Airbnb in Kelowna, and we're just enjoying because somebody, you know, is working hard, somebody who is successful, somebody who is putting a lot of effort into what he's doing. So that's how most of the people get success, not just by buying courses for $5 and expecting that automatically some things will work out and they'll get money. So today actually I'll be trying to interview him, but I don't think he's aware of that, so we'll see. We'll ask him if he would be willing to participate in that. And I'm not talking about Peter.
You want to interview me?
I wish. Aren't you supposed to be in school right now?
How's that?
Painful. I thought, okay, I need to pop harder this time and get more air. That's fun.
So we're out here, and actually thankfully because of you. And when I look at you, like, I see a definition of like success, you know, or like successful man, you know, or someone who's like not stopping. And especially like hearing you that you're saying like, oh, I don't have like weekends during the summer, you know, like those are like the busiest times for me. So it raises a lot of questions, you know, like what are the things that you had to sacrifice, or like how did you come to the point where you were like, okay, this is what I'm willing to sacrifice for my future success in terms of like finances, in terms of like family, what comes first, what comes next, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, everyone has to weigh that out for themselves, right? So everybody sort of lands at their own spot on the scale of, you know, how much time am I going to spend for family now? Or how much am I going to sacrifice that right now to have more time for family later? I was married when I was 20. I started my first business, and from that point I was laser focused on, I wanted to get out of the rat race. And a lot of young people these days get into credit card debt, you know, and they fall further and further behind. In my 20s, my philosophy was work smarter and harder.
Oh, wow, so it's like double up.
Yeah, I pretty much sacrificed my 20s largely, the first half of my 20s for sure. You know, I was fortunate to have a wife who stood by me through that too. You know, you need a partner who's going to go on that journey with you, and You know, I owned my first house with a friend when I was 19, turning 20.
Wow.
Maybe I just turned 20. It was right around that time.
That's crazy.
And from there, when I got married, the following year, at the end of that year, I bought a house with my wife. You sacrifice for the long term, right? That's the name of the game. And in my 20s, we were very, very hardworking.
Yeah.
You know, often 16 hours a day, 7 days a week if I needed to. And that sounds miserable to some people, but when you love what you do.
Exactly. So now my question is, like, for those young adults that are also want to become successful, financially independent, so what are the first things that come to your mind in terms of like sacrifice?
Yeah.
What do I expect to sacrifice if I want to become like financially independent, you know, like successful, smart, and kind of like doing business, or like still having a good paid job, but like what are the things that I will have to be willing to sacrifice?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the key to what you're talking about is execution. So you come up with your goal, with your plan. I want to start a pressure washing business. I want to start, and if you're passionate about business or just doing something that you can call your own, that passion will get you so far, right? Coming down with a plan, putting down a plan in writing, and saying this is where I want to be at in this period of time, and then measuring that as you go. That's where the execution comes in.
In order to get to success, you should surround yourself with people that will believe in you.
That's really good, yeah.
And support you. So what was your journey like in terms of like people that supported you? Were you supported by your family? Were you supported by your friends?
Yeah, I had a couple really key people who helped me start my business off. So the best thing to do is I went to, when I started my painting company, instead of starting from complete scratch, I went to a painter who was a family friend, a really high-end painter, and said, I want to learn how to paint and I want to start my own business. And he took me under his wing and showed me a lot in a small amount of time.
So what was those aspects that like helped you to go and power through it no matter what, no matter how difficult the situation was? Like, what was it? Was it your family? What was it like? Was it the thought like, why am I doing this? Like, what was the motivation? What was the purpose behind it? What was the main gas in your tank, you know? You
got to dig deep. You basically got to go, you got to really stop and think and assess it. Don't make emotional decisions. Look at it as logically as possible, even though it hurts so much sometimes when you're up against that wall, and dig deep. And the journey isn't necessarily going to be short, but embrace the hard journey that's in front of you and take the steps and go through it. And don't be afraid to take one step at a time. If it's overwhelming, just focus on the step that you have that day.
From my personal experience in relationship with you, like, you actually do what you say. It's not, you know, you're just like saying it, you know, to sound cool, but no, you actually live it out. Because even like me being here today on the boat is because of you, because of your hard work.
Glad you came, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And same with Peter. Thank you so much for all your answers. Yeah, and I'm really pumped. I'm really excited.
That was good.
Yeah, it was great. Peter, what's the highlight?
Driving the boat.
Travis driving boat?
Travis driving the boat was the best thing I've seen.
It's true.
Travis is a boss.
Travis is really cute. You guys will see in the video. Kelowna's has been nice. Peter just peed and we're ready to go back to Abby. So stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bro, you look jacked.
Should I swim away?
Yeah, you should be like super like artsy and stuff.
I'm like the worst person to swim because I gotta say, you're filming me swim.